reviewed 32 publications of SAGE Journal, a central government journal of small enterprises development. He is working as a director of Asia programs at Hyper International. He is an honorable advisory for Smart Farming Tech, Netherlands-based agri-tech company. He is a honorable Hope Ambassador of Asia for Hope Foundation. He's also a member of Professional Development Committee, Atlas Corps Foundation. And he has been credited for innovation on ConnectX, connecting rural India to global markets in 2019. And he has been awarded Global Goodwill Ambassador awarded by LinkedIn CGA 2017 and also been awarded for Global Sustainability Awards 2022. I welcome Sir once again and request to guide our participants. Over to you, Sir.
Thank you so much, Sharon. I think so kind of you. I think you have covered things which I forgot. Okay, thank you so much for that. And my sincere apologies for being late. I had to close a meeting and come and join here another meeting. Please don't mind. Otherwise, I think definitely I would like to make this session as a very interactive session. We would like, it's not me speaking. I would like the people to respond, participants to respond through their messages. So to kickstart, I have, before I try to share my screen, I have a question to the crowd here, participants, students, or all the gurus who are in this sector. What is that one thing you are sitting here today in my class? What is that one thing you want to get today? I want somebody to put information in the chat. You would like to go on. What is that one thing you want to take away from today's discussion or today's session? Okay, what is that one thing it would be happy to see? Yeah, I want you people to try to put in the chat. On. There are several participants understand the real world scenario. That's Manik Chand. Very good. To make farming as a successful business. Wow. That's a great one. Wani. Farming as a successful business. Yes. Come on. I think we need to have more people to participate. You have 1 more minute. Can I see some more text coming in, please? Economy. Okay. By seeing my slide, you have put it. Make attractive best hobby. Okay, farming. Wow. Wow, that's really amazing. That's a good one. Good one. Shagun, yeah. Doubling the farmer's income and enabling rural economy. Wow. Wow, in your village. That's a great vision. To make farming as a proud profession. Yes, of course, farming is a proud profession. Without farming, I think nobody can sustain. Farming sustainable model. Farming the social development through agriculture and animal husbandry. Very good. Very good. Good. Sustainable farming. I like it. Ashmikant. The reality of the farming sales network. Okay. Sustainable agriculture. Dr. Ram says it's sustainable agriculture. So we are speaking that agriculture is not sustainable now. It's very true. It's not sustainable. The passionate for future generation. Wow. Yeah. Great. So thank you so much for all who has participated and shared that information. It's very interesting that you are having so much aspiration towards something which you are here. Okay, I will not waste much time. So if you look at this particular slide, we speak about poverty, we speak about policy making, global marketing, digital technology, social development, rural economy, liberty, CSR, you name anything. So my first question is, there are universities, libraries, information, you name KVK, you name government agriculture department, animal husbandry department, there are scientists, there are gurus of agriculture. Okay. There's a lot of content which has been developed across agriculture, aiming one person, farmer. So a lot of activities, a lot of information. We all study PhDs just to support farmer, which means you can understand the importance of farming is, which means you understand the importance of agriculture means where the basic food. So basic food comes from any nation. So that is where the power of agriculture is all about. So I just wanted to give at a high level, where is the gap in rural economy? So I will be speaking slightly about economy, rural and agriculture. So three things will be coming into place, because when we speak about agriculture, agriculture is into rural, and rural rural villages needs to be sustainable. And if economy is floating in rural agriculture, then only the nation or the country is financially viable. So I speak now, studies on rural economy have been examined. Okay, entrepreneurial activities and local resources. So transformation of economy and development has been done, but studies focused just on digital platform to boost agriculture. If you look at technology is an enabler, it enables anything, any challenge. If there is a challenge, it enables. If there is no challenge as well, it can boost your economy. Today, there was one question which when I was speaking in a Netherlands-based South Asia summit, I was speaking, there was one student who came and asked in the forum, he asked this question. There is a lot of technology available. People are developing so many applications, but why is farmer not using the applications? So this question has come from a young agriculture graduate who asked in front of farmers, in front of these gurus, we call it as agriculture gurus who are into development sector, that question. So my simple answer was, the need actually makes them to see the application. So what happened was, a couple of years back, farmers are now trying to Google on internet to find buyer. They type maize buyer, they type mango buyer, or they type some commodity and buyer. So they try to get some kind of information from the application. So which means you can see that there's a need for the farmer to sell this product. Okay. Now the information which we are trying to give is more of like information which is market information, but we give them information, but actually it doesn't help them, because the sale doesn't happen through that platform. There is no end-to-end solution which we try to give to a farmer, where farmer is able to use this technology for his own agriculture commodity purpose. So therefore that challenge remains again. So I keep telling farmers will be passive, and they will be passive for some more time in using or adapting technology, except the lead farmers. So which we need to know as we are learning today, we need to understand the reality that they will be passive and will be passive for some more time, but it's our attempts to make them known how technology can help them. Okay. So if you look at this slide, so culture, political, technology, economic, institutions. So one important thing normally when we see is, whenever there is budget, everybody focus would be on the budget. What is that they're giving to agriculture? What is the government trying to announce for the agriculture sector or the farmer sector? What kind of revelation they're trying to bring in? We try to look it on that angle. So I would like to showcase this picture. So if you look at this gentleman, it's a rickshaw actually. It's a rickshaw where it carries a lot of material on it, heavy weights on it. At the down, if you look at, he has installed some kind of a unused auto motor into his vehicle, into his rickshaw. So if you look at, I think I removed that slide, but he is not able to cycle by himself, because he said that he had some leg problem, and only the profession he knew was riding this cycle, and he was no longer able to pedal it. So therefore, he had to innovate by himself for his own vehicle, that he went and bought a scrapped vehicles, auto rickshaws, someone, and he made it, and it has become an auto where he is using it. So basically, the need can help innovation, technology, novel novel ideas to come into place. Okay. This slide speaks about skills. We speak about a lot of labor. People say that shortage of labor is there, skilled labor are not available. We speak about low quality production seeds, okay, logistics issues, raw material challenges, schemes are there, shutdown, lack of interest. So subsidies are the challenges. People say that I come across problems like farmers saying that, sir, today we have MSP, but produce is only bought at a limited stock. The produce is around some 100 tons in one particular bundle, but the MSP price in the market they have been bought only to an extent because of several limitations. So these are some challenges how rural MSMEs or rural farmers they experience and which needs to be mitigated. So the thought process is, how do we understand the pillars of rural economy, the present context? How do we see that? So when I speak to farmers again, some farmers say that I have 2 acres of land. I want to give it for lease and I want to go to city and work as a watchman or a maid. Why? Because I am not able to make any revenue out of this agriculture business. So that kind of situation where a farmer speaks in, I think it's important for us to understand how we can sustain rural economy. Okay? Understand the difficulties, backdrops, okay, or people's towards digital technology platforms. So now it's very important that we call it as technology can connect across the globe. If you look at few years back, I think my wife was mentioning that few years back, maybe 15, 20 years back, if at all you wanted to make an call, an STD call, you used to wait till 11 o'clock in the night and you try to dial STD call just because you save that money because it was very expensive. But today you are able to access right now in this platform. People are from across cities and we are able to enjoy the technology, how it's been used and which is benefiting us. So it's important that we enable the technology, agriculture related technology, where it can help the farmers at the grassroots levels. Okay. So this is again one of innovations which I speak. If you look at these women, earlier they used to do it through that wheel, a wooden wheel where they used to do concaving. But as she was trying to practice, there was a need, that wheel got damaged and she has come up with something new for herself within the family. If you look at on the right side photograph, see the women, husband is tired, he's not able to drive that vehicle, but wife, she's trying her best to take it forward. Why? Because there is a need and therefore the innovation comes into place. Okay. So I would like to speak here, rural and digital, there is a need of shift which needs to happen. This shift can enable incomes at the grassroots levels. So technology related agriculture, technology related to markets, technology related to farmers owning his own resources in terms of knowledge, in terms of access to finance, in terms of access to markets at the grassroots level, in terms of even tagging the product with the traceability will help the farmer to fetch a good price. So some digital platforms which I was speaking about, how can the technology help the farmer is, generates revenue. It can generate additional revenue for him. It can reduce the cost. It will elaborate to collaborate and work together. Somebody asks, if I have 100 tons of product, okay, I will come and buy at this price. So it's always helps to make as a teamwork, or we call it as a collective farming, which helps and enables the farmer to make that additional income through digital technologies. Okay. So these are some result framework which we are working right now in reaching out millions of smallholder farmers. On the left hand side, if you see the key business functions. So the farmer, he had a lot of toddy, and there was normally they put that pots, right? So there was no pots available. So he had to come up with whatever he has got. He used that. So we try to enable businesses at the grassroots level where it can help the farmers. We try to bring in support to the FPOs through farmers, where we promote complementary value chains for them. If you look at market linkages, you see in this FPO, women-led FPO, which is having an input store and able to do business. And you look at on the my right hand side, the last picture, I was part of that opening of setting up one particular pesticide shop for an FPO, in an input shop. So these are certain things where we need to come into place. The need of the shift is we need to bring in digital platforms, digital technology. I was discussing with the NRDC, National Research and Development Organization. So they were mentioning this thing, that there are some technologies which are available to farmers where farmers are not utilizing it. Why? Farmer is not consuming the information. Okay. He says that very clearly. A fresh food can be stored for at least 45 days without losing its texture, without losing its kind of the actual product value. It will be just like that, okay, using some technology where it can fetch a good market pricing, but farmers are not consuming it. That's the biggest challenge which they have seen. So I would like to stop here. There's a lot of things which are available which I can speak about. I would like to take some kind of questions if we have, so that we can discuss. Yeah, the floor is open for questions. Sharon, it's up to you.
Yes, sir. We are waiting for questions. So participants, if you have any questions, please raise your hands or drop them in the chat box or Q&A box.
I think Manik Chandra has some question.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening.
Just now you mentioned about using technology that can keep the fruit, like just after we plug the fruit for about 45 days without losing the texture and quality. So, like, can you please, if you have some time, can you please elaborate the technology, that whether we can adopt the technology and all?
Perfect. So the technology is available with NRTC. Yeah, you can connect me with offline with the help of Sharon. I could explain you. But yes, there's a lot of amount of research which went into it, and there was pilots which were being done. Government of India is approving it, which means you can understand the quality. So normally we can't expect anything like that, right? So there is some kind of value which is there, but farmers are not adapting to it. They want to make it instant cash, or the loaning parts. People who loan normally on cash crops, they don't do loaning on this part. So this is a challenge which it is in the interest of the FPOs or the grassroots level farmers, collective farmers, where they can bring it and they can pilot it. So I'm trying to pilot in two places in Andhra Pradesh. Okay, and now very happy to help you out, Manik. If you can reach out to me through Sharon, or I'm available on LinkedIn if people can get connected there as well.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. There is one more question, sir. So what are government interventions for digitization in rural economy?
Yeah. So government is making big time plans in terms of bringing in usage of technology. Okay, that's the reason when we speak about multiple, for example, ATAL Incubation Center, they're trying to work with farmers. You name anything, Startup India, they're working with farmers. Today, I was there in one of the food processing technology, Agri startups who are into food processing, who are into livestock, who are into backyard poultry and all, animal husbandry, backyard poultry and all. So government is promoting big time so that there's a foolproof information for farmer. So today, if there is a price in a market and buyer and middleman cannot go and cheat the farmer, right? So if farmer is aware of the market price, okay, definitely he will speak his price. Farmer will not be weakened because the gap is that farmer is not aware of a lot of information from outside. Or we need to create capabilities that he can have his own primary processing can be done. So those kind of information, government is putting a lot of efforts. I think you can Google it, we can get that information done. Every department has got its own technologies, okay? Digitization. So that will help you out, yeah.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. And another question, sir. How sustainable development goals can be incorporated into improvements of rural economy?
Come again. Come again. Can you come up with a question?
Yes, definitely, sir. How sustainable development goals can be incorporated into improvements of rural economy?
Sustainable development goals. Wow.
Yes.
My favorite. My favorite. And somebody has given me this award. Can you see it on my top? Somebody has given that
Yes.
award, Sustainable Development Award, last year for me. I am a favorite of that because my friends and students, if they are young students, it is the need of the hour that we care for our earth. Okay. Can you people give your thumbs up or hand up? Who is gonna take this as a mission? We need to care for the earth, and the only thing how it's gonna happen is the first starting point is gonna be agriculture. So agriculture is the only first place we need to start saving the earth, sustainable development goals. Okay, because the climate change is gonna be very worse going up. There might be challenges of getting food crisis. Okay, just because of climate change. So we need to educate farmers starting from the beginning, like reducing pesticides, waste management. How can we create? No, I was speaking one of the forums like biodiversity as a business. We need to see biodiversity as a business. There is a waste which can be converted into business. Today we are speaking about carbon trading, carbon trades. Okay, so this is something which we need to make use of it. We need to encourage it, and it is a responsibility of every single individual who needs to act towards sustainable development goals. If you feel responsible for yourself, then you will feel responsible for your community, for your own earth. Okay, it's important that I'm happy. I can't see how many hands are pledged, but yes, I would take. I think Preeti is here in the call.
Preeti,
Preeti
yes.
ma'am, she's there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think Preeti ji, you need to take this as an oath. People need to make this commitment for themselves. I think it's a very good person who are asked it. We need to make this commitment and see that we ensure it should start from your house, every individual house. It should start from my house, my community, and how I can be an ambassador, brand ambassador of sustainable development goals into agriculture and into rural economy. Okay. Today I was talking about with one organization, how can I create the waste of a rural in a rural markets we have waste, right? How can I create into a protein and give a feed to the same community? So I was working on it, like, okay, we are having discussions. So you need to come up with ideas, you need to come up with talents. Startups can come out of this, how you can mitigate this kind of challenge. And wish all the best. Yeah, next,
Yes,
Sharon.
Yes, sir. So another question is from Snigdha. She's asking if you can speak more about Hyper International and its vision and its work.
Okay. Hyper International is a global organization. We work on hunger, poverty, the first two sustainable development goals. We work on climate change. We care the earth. So directly or indirectly, we almost will reach 10 to 12 sustainable development goals. So our focus is to make agriculture sustainable and make the farmers living income. So there is a living income benchmark and there is a farmer's income. So there is a gap between. For example, a family needs around some 10,000 rupees per month for their livelihood, but he's hardly making around some 3,000, 3,500, which means there's a huge gap of 6,500. We try to work and mitigate that challenge, try to increase the farmer's income. We do it in different models. We have diversified models. One is we strengthen the agriculture. We try to give him all the support and we try to create market linkages to him through value-based holistic community development. Second thing is we try to promote livestock opportunity as one of the complementary value chain. So based on that, we call it as a word. There's a word called Padi Panta. Padi Panta. I don't know what we call it is in Hindi. Because Padi and Panta. Padi means that like livestock at home. Okay. Earlier, every farmer family used to have a livestock at home. Then comes agriculture. So that kind of atmosphere we try to promote based on the feasibility. For example, we work on goat tree value chains. we work on dairy, we work on backyard poultry with agriculture. So we support them, and we are successful. We are also aiming Vision 2030, how we can reach many farmers and create value for their livelihoods. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for asking that question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right, sir. If participants, if you have any more questions, please raise your hands or drop them in the chat box or Q&A box. We'll just wait
I
for
think
1 or
somebody said that, you know, they were not able to find me on LinkedIn, but my actual name is Sham Kumar Khatta. I think I have shared the link, right? You got it? All of you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We've got it in the chat. Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. Then you can stay connected there. Yeah.
Yes, sir. We'll just wait for 1. They have any more questions?
Something has come in the chat. Good. If there are no questions, I think we are good to go. I'm extremely sorry once again. My apologies, and I'm free to get connected, talk, because I was late because I had to complete another meeting, and I cannot give that as an explanation. But yes, all the best for all of you, the future leaders of the nation. Stay in touch.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. It was an insightful session. Thank you for your valuable guidance on this topic. It was great to have you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Bye.
We'd like to thank all the guest speakers who joined with us today. And we also thank all the participants who participated during the session. And see you all tomorrow at 6 p.m. for the session on career guidance and entrepreneurship. So don't miss these sessions. And thank you, and see you tomorrow in the evening. Good night. Thank you.